Obama's been giving us updates regarding this case.
The trial started with comb over.
Now, with no cameras is in there, but
this is AI generated.
I'm just saying the artist.
Oh, the sketch artist.
She's sketching stuff too.
He could never, ever, ever say Sleepy Joe anymore.
Sleepy Joe again. It's on the joke's on him now about being sleepy.
Emerald says salutations, everyone.
Salutations to you too, Emerald. Thank you.
The first criminal trial of a former president in the United States history. So he can say he's the first of a lot of stuff.
Trailblazer.
Kicked off Monday.
He might be the first that goes to a prison or jail.
He won't go to jail.
We'll see.
He could get house arrest, but he won't go to jail.
Okay.
You can't put a president of the United States in jail.
I know. They can build one for him, I guess.
Yeah, he would have to be on Guantanamo Bay or something, some island. Because he knows he has too many clearances and it's too much.
Yeah.
And then what happened with the Secret Service? They gonna sneak stuff in for him? Because you get Secret Service for the rest of your life. If you're in prison, do they gotta go to jail too?
He's the first of everything.
He's the first of everything.
He's broke the mold. He's the first.
So this is the trial where he allegedly paid Stormy Daniels, what he calls Horseface Daniels, paid her off to shut up from him having an affair. And he used campaign money. And you can't do that. That's against the law.
Exactly.
And this other Dougal woman, she say he had an affair with her too. It's a lot of they in line. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them that haven't even been able to come forward because he has so many cases now that say after these are done, then they want to come in line and be the next ones to sue him. So he'll be sued for the rest of his life.
Phase 1.
Yeah. Even if he's president, he'll still keep getting sued. It's an embarrassment.
It's ongoing. Yeah, even if he's president.
Yeah. He fell asleep during the jury selection.
He's even tired of his trials and all that he's going through.
And he doesn't have to be there. Not at the jury selection.
He wanted to be there to see the jury.
So if you're
he wanted to be there so he can get information on them, the ones that's been selected. And I hope they don't be wanted to bullied or something.
No, he probably wanted to look because he's a star. They probably wanted to see if anybody would come in and look at him in a certain kind of way. I mean, it's not a bad idea if you are the defense. Because if you walk in, are you going to be like, that's Donald Trump?
I wonder
Or are you going to be like, that's Donald? You know, they want to look at their face when he comes in.
I wonder how true it is when I do see it on the shows that I watch, the police shows. There were one incident in Law and Order where the defense, the guy was representing himself. But he was eyeing caught one of the eyes of one of the female jurors. And he had taken her to lunch. So he was jury tampering.
You can't do
that. But even eyeing him, because one of the prosecuting lawyers said she was watching him she was wondering why the lady kept looking over at him. And she had already said, there's something's going to happen there. And it did. They had to get her. She had to come forth and say, I was, yeah. How are they going to find 12 people?
Well, I told you one person they could have got here. I mean, they got to get them there. So you can find 12 people.
It's going to be hard because a lot of times the people are
somebody we know in my life knows absolutely nothing about what's going on.
People are saying in the news they can lie. They can lie
I know.
to get in the jury and they be the one that hangs the jury.
Right.
We don't know. Don't trust.
I already told y'all. I don't. You know what? I follow these cases. I'm looking at them like my mom. She love them. I don't care. Yeah. It doesn't matter to me whether he's convicted or not. It doesn't matter to me whether he becomes president or not. I already told y'all I've given it already up. So to me, it doesn't matter whichever one of them becomes president.
The sad thing about
it doesn't matter to me.
The sad thing about it is that the very, very people who are cheering him on, who are justifying his actions, whether they, good or bad, whatever, are okay with it. They did talk on The View about, we know if Obama, if they're complaining about a tan suit.
Yeah, that's not even.
But It's
I think
almost
they
like
even know that too, though.
And it's sad because it's almost like it's one of those things. If you were to meet somebody who was agreement with this, and then you'll say, and the next thing that happens, if it's an Obama situation where somebody black or another group ethnicity or whatever, and it'd be something really stupid. And then you just look at that same person and say, no, he didn't care about Trump.
It's changed now. They've set the bar so low that
it's in the ground now.
Yeah,
it's not even on
you
top.
You can't change that.
It's under the ground.
But my thing is, with this trial with the Stormy Daniels,
you don't really care.
If anybody actually believes that he didn't have an affair with her, I have some land I want to sell you. Because
but some people probably do think he did and they don't care.
Right. I'd rather hear you say you don't care.
Yeah, I don't care that he had, because a lot of people, men and females, are having affairs on their spouses.
But it's a lot of people that are mega that believes he never even had an affair.
Oh, they believe, like, totally don't believe it. I'd rather you say, I know he did it, or he probably did it, but I don't care.
This mega person that's on my timeline, she went on and on about how it would be horrible if Kamala Harris gets into office again and could possibly be the president because she's an airhead and she's stupid and all this other stuff. And I simply wrote underneath the thing, you're a Trumpster. Like, you shouldn't even say anything. That bar has been set. If Kamala Harris walked in tomorrow with her bra and panties on, Kamala Harris walked in tomorrow with her bra and panties on, sat down, there's nothing y'all can say. Her worst day is still better than his most brilliant thing he's ever said.
They don't see that. They don't see that. They don't see. I don't know what.
No, she couldn't say nothing back.
What world are they in? I don't even know.
Like, you actually on your page talking about how stupid. I think it's Kamala.
It's not Kamala?
No.
Oh.
I think talking about how stupid Kamala Harris is. Okay. And you had me changing. It's Kamala.
I thought her name was Kamala.
Yes.
It's Kamala.
It's either Kamala or Kamala. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Talking about how stupid she is, and you a Trumpster. But the thing I thought was funny was that he fell asleep.
And calls Joe.
And this picture is
Biden, Sleepy Joe.
This picture is AI generated. It's not even an accurate description of what happened.
His head was down,
his head was down, and his mouth was open. This one, his mouth is closed and his head is back. That's fake.
Show the video. Because I think he talks in detail about what she said.
Okay. I can't remember what I
got. I was very surprised. Trump appears to be sleeping. His head keeps dropping down and his mouth goes slack. Tell us about that.
Well, Jake, he appeared to be asleep, and repeatedly his head would fall down. There have been other moments in other trials, like the Agent Carroll trial, which was around the corner in January, where he appeared very still and seemed as if he might be sleeping, but then he would move. This time, he didn't pay attention to a note that his lawyer, Todd Blanche, passed him. His jaw kept falling on his chest, and his mouth kept going slack. Now, sometimes people do fall asleep during court proceedings, but it's notable given the intensity of this morning and a lot of what was being argued.
Yeah, that's rather surprising.
Okay, I want to be clear about what just happened. The guy whose entire campaign for president is predicated on Joe Biden being Sleepy Joe is literally asleep in the courtroom. If you were looking for the definition of poetic irony, you just found it. Oh,
I was like, what are you doing? She's falling asleep like Sleepy Joe.
No, it's not. You can't say that no more.
He can't. He'll find another word. He always justifies when he's wrong.
Well, he changed it to Crooked Joe.
He just... If you did the same thing, Trump, oh, that's such and such. He'll find another, shade word to throw shade or whatever.
How embarrassing is that?
It is. He's old. He's getting older. He probably ate a lot. He eats a lot. He's gained weight. So he's older now. He probably like how when you seniors or people that sit in their little lazy boy chair and they fall asleep. That's him.
But his Bible stays in shape right on his bike.
Yeah, thank you. He falls though. That's the problem with Biden is he keeps falling. But they're both old. Even I thought you was doing a McConnell.
Oh no, McConnell is different. McConnell is talking.
Yeah,
I think. This guy is.
Y'all not making aging look good. You're really not. People are already concerned when you're a certain age and you're running a country or a state and you're falling asleep or you freeze in the middle of your sentences.
Let's see how this goes on. They supposed to. I think the jury selection will probably take about two to 3 weeks. Because like you said, they gotta find people. Yeah, they said they're not looking for people who don't know who he is or what's going on.
Right.
They're looking for people who say if you are able to be fair
and they can
and impartial.
They can lie.
Mm-hmm. So all they can do is
they can be Trumpsters trying to get on the case.
Yeah, all they could do is look at your history. They can look into who you are, see if you got anything on social media. Stuff like that. I think they're gonna go for people like my friend that are
they
busy.
Don't do social media.
They don't really do social media. They're busy. He's busy. He really doesn't know what's going on with this stuff. Yeah. So
they just know general.
I don't even know if he knows general.
No, he can't because that means you live under a rock. If you don't have no clue that this man is running.
Running for president, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
As far as him falling asleep, I mean,
the details of that.
And don't know nothing about Stormy Daniels. They don't know. Probably he wouldn't know one thing. If you said Stormy Daniels, he'll go, who is that? Oh, the president had an alleged affair with her. Oh, he don't know.
It's hard to find people like that.
I'm saying they're going to have to look for people like that. Yeah. People who are not on social media, busy. He's busy. So he doesn't.
We got another family member that's not on social media. They may know too. They may be a good one.
Who?
Their spouse is, but not them. They're not on social media. I know at least 5 people that are not on social media.
So there you go. They're probably going to be looking for that.
They're not on social media, but they hearsay kind of
they
stuff.
They might hear something.
Yeah.
And then they're good people. They did background checks on them or whatever.
Yeah.
So they can find 12 people. They can find 12 people. Or 12 people that's fair. Everybody doesn't not like him.
Well, that's the chance you're taking when you're building a jury, because you may build a jury where somebody may not be honest at the time they're being questioned, and then come time to deliberate, they'll be the one that hangs it.
Okay. So Emerald says we cheered OJ knowing that he was guilty too. True. Because of it was not because of OJ, it was because of the system.
Exactly.
I think that she has the potential, but she doesn't show it. You must be talking about Kamala. And she has been an extreme waste this presidency. I agree.
She wasn't like Biden when he was vice. We were or Cheney. Ooh, Cheney was very involved.
Well, Cheney ran the.
Yeah, he pretty much ran it. Yeah.
All right. The other big news is Iran.
Yeah, this past